everyone, welcome back to our channel ID Explorers. So today's weather is -6 degrees. So we are doing a very informative video, that is what are the things we need to ensure before arriving to Canada and what are the first few things which we have to do as soon as we land in Canada and within like 2-3 days from the date we land in Canada. So this video will be very informative. Please do watch until the end and get all the insights. Don't forget any points and it'll really be helpful. To start off with, the first thing is buy a Canadian SIM card right from your home country. This is very much important because as soon as you land in Canada, you'll not have internet connection. Of course, there is internet Wi-Fi in airport, but as soon as you enter outside the airport, you will need internet connection, you will need calling connection to either call your friends or family back home and tell them that you have reached Canada, or you need to book a cab, or you need to call a friend to pick you up. For all these necessary items, you will require a Canadian SIM card. So we did purchase our Canadian SIM card back from India, which had free delivery. We got it for $40 with 40 GB pack, and this was activated one day before we arrived to Canada. So we arrived on 14 December. So this date has to be mentioned when you apply for the SIM card. And also we have an offer. When we refer you, you get $25 off when you purchase the SIM card through our reference link. So please message us if you want the link. We'll share it with you and you can enjoy the benefits as well. The Canadian SIM card which we bought was called as FIDO or FIDO, however you call it. Generally what happens is when you buy a SIM card after you arrive in Canada, one thing is in airport, the Canadian SIM cards will be a little more pricey or expensive. And the other thing is when you buy SIM cards from here, there's generally the processing or the activation fee of about $50 to $60. You can save this, you can save the delivery charges, and you can enjoy the benefits at a lower cost. So do ensure to buy your SIM card back from home country before you land in Canada. So the second most important point is on the medicines. So unlike India, you don't get over-the-counter medicines. So if you catch a cold or if you have some throat ache or body pain or fever, you will have to visit the doctor, get a prescription, and only then you will be able to buy medicines here. And medicines are quite expensive unless you have a free health insurance, which obviously takes some more time until you join your college or until you get a work permit and then enroll for the health insurance card. So in the meantime, what you can do is you can go to a doctor, tell them that you're flying on this particular date. You need some medicines for the general medicines like cold, cough, allergy, stomach ache, or what do you call it, fever, etc. And also to ensure to take vitamin D tablets. Our doctor did prescribe us 15 vitamin D tablets, which we take on a weekly basis because of the weather and because of the winter weather. The sun is almost hidden in the clouds all the time. Very rarely we get to see the sunlight. So vitamin D is very necessary. Otherwise you will have this body ache or your bones get a little weakened and your immunity goes down. So do ensure and make a note to buy vitamin D tablets as well. How do you carry these medicines and prescriptions? So in the prescription, ensure the doctor has put in the seal, put in the sign with the date and with your complete name as per your passport. Carry that along with your medicines, and whenever you purchase the medicines, do ensure you take a bill for your medicines from the medical shop and take a seal and signature on that as well. Keep it all together in a black polythene cover or a plastic cover. Keep it in your hand baggage or the cabin baggage. This should go well. The third most important document is the DL extract and your original driving license from your home country. So it has a lot of value here, and especially in Canada, when you go for your driving test, you have 3 stages, that is G1, G2 and G. So when you go to the G1, that's for the written test, that you can pay the money. We will do a separate video on how we obtain a G1 license. And then there's the G2 license. You'll have to pass your driving test, that's the parking and inside city road test, and obtain your G2 license. After that, you'll have to wait until 8 months holding your G2 license in order to apply for a G license. That's the full driving license where you can drive on highways. Otherwise, there are a lot of other restrictions. If you're having G2 license, unless you have an accompanying G license holder, you will not be able to drive on the highways. There are a lot of restrictions and rules and regulations. So ensure you have your DL extract and your original driving license back from home country with the seal and stamp and the signature if possible. Until unless it's digital, better to take seal and stamp. Request them even if it is digital, because we also had it digital in India, but still we requested them to put on a seal and we got it here. So now after a G1, we can directly give the G test. We can save this 1 year's time. Also, ensure that your full names as per your passport are mentioned in your driving extracts, because my name, I had initials and basically that was not expanded. So it took a lot of time before I flew. So apply it for at least a month before. So you have all this sorted. Ensure that your names matches as per your passport, or that also might be a hiccup. So do check on that. So next, fourth point is all your documents. Take a print of all your documents, such as your GIC. The document list is already given in my previous video on how we flew from India to Canada. I've mentioned all the documents there. I'll put the link in the description below. You can have a look, note down all the document list, what is required. Take a printout and keep it handy in your handbag. So fifth important point is the passport photographs. Here it is very expensive, and initial stage you might not find a studio to go and click your passport photographs. So it's better you carry one set of passport photographs from your home country. The next very important point is book your appointments to activate your GIC account from your home country itself, and do not wait until you land in Canada. That is because once you land in Canada, it's very difficult to get appointment the next day. There are all the appointments slots booked at least for a week's time, because I know people here who have come and then tried to book appointment, but they haven't got it until January 1st week. So because of this holidays, Christmas holidays, New Year holidays, and all of that, better to book your appointment well in advance. What we did is, I had a GIC account in CIBC Bank, and back from home country, I scheduled an appointment for the next day after we landed. So we went to the bank, got the GIC activated, and within a day's time, I got the 2,000 first amount deposited to my checking account. So do ensure this. Next point is carry your universal adapter. Even if it is expensive, no, it is very cheap in your home country. Do buy a universal adapter. If you can, buy extra adapters, because it will be very much necessary to charge your phones or charge your laptops here when you arrive in Canada, because the adapter and the pin and plug point, everything is different here. One more important point to note is carry at least 2 pairs of bed sheets and pillow covers. One thing is, it's very expensive here, okay, and you don't get the good quality material, or you don't have much options here to choose from. So better carry it from your home country. Go to shopping with your parents or with your friends. Buy nice bed sheets and pillow covers. Next important point to note before you come to Canada is buy your health insurance for your initial days. So my college opens on 8th January. So until then, I cannot activate my health insurance card. So till that period, for at least a month's time, me and my spouse have bought health insurance. Okay. We bought our health insurance from HDFC. So we paid around 3,500 rupees and got it for a month's time. So check which health insurance is better, check the packages and all of that, and do take the good health insurance, because here medicines are very expensive, hospital visits are very, very expensive, and even for a small thing you go, you spend a lot of dollars. So ensure on this. The last point for things to do before arriving to Canada is carry some toiletries, carry some spices, carry some, initial days food. Because as soon as you arrive to Canada and when you go to your place, you'll not be aware where the supermarket is. Whether it's too far from your place or it's closer to your place, you'll have to walk in the cold, especially during winters. It's very difficult to walk kilometers and buy stuff and carry them and all of that. And it's very difficult to spend dollars, literally dollars, to buy food. Every meal might cost around $15 to $20. So when you convert it into your home currency, it'll be huge. So to save up on that, to have a healthy meal and to cook your own meal, do ensure you buy some spices, keep some toiletries to use it for your initial days, at least for 15-20 days. So once you get settled here, get a little adjusted, find your accommodation and all of that, then you can go shopping here, try different groceries. We will do a separate video on this shortly. We have one bonus point. My spouse just informed that you can carry cash, and we have checked with the immigration. You can carry cash up to 10,000 CAD, and there is no declaration required. But if it is 10,000 and above, you need to declare it. But I suppose as a student or a new immigrant, it's not required to carry that much of a cash. So even if you're carrying more than 10,000 CAD, you don't want to convert it or do wire transfer because you don't have an account here, right? You can carry it. Just ensure that you declare. You don't have to pay any tax or you don't have to pay any charges for it. Declare in the ArriveCan app as well. And just ensure that you tell the officers in charge. So you're good to go. Talking about another mode of carrying cash is the Forex card. What we figured it out is we researched a lot. We tried to search where we get better conversion rates, and we did figure out that in Bangalore, maybe it has branches as well, there's an agency called Orient Exchange, and they were offering very good conversion rates, almost equal to the Google price. So do check them out. I think it'll be helpful if you're converting cash from Indian or any other currencies to CAD. Okay, let's change the location. Now let's talk about what are the first few things that we must do as soon as we land in Canada or in the first initial days. Okay, the first thing is, let's start from the airport. So in airport, once you get your study permit or the work permit, go through it, ensure that all your names are correct, your details are correct. Sometimes what happens is the expiry date might mismatch. So check on the date, check that you have postgraduate work permit as well, you're allowed to work. All that points has to be clearly mentioned for you to avoid any hassles later. So check your study permit or work permit correctly. Receive it, keep it safely, and in the airport itself, try to apply for the SIN number. So in Toronto Pearson Airport, it's available from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. So we arrived and finished our immigration probably around 7 to 8 p.m. So once we finished our immigration, we visited the Service Canada. That's located at the counter number 7 near the baggage counter itself. And that's in detail, it's mentioned in the video. That's already in the description. So check on that. So we provided the documents required, got the SIN number. So that was very easy, and it avoided the next day's hassle because you need to visit early. There'll be a long queue, or okay, because you need to, there's no appointment as such. Either you can schedule an appointment online, you'll have it after many days, or you'll have to visit early in the morning, stand in the long queue, wait for a long time and get it. So the easiest way to get the SIN number fastest is at the airport itself. So if your timings, the flight landing timings are matching, please do collect it from there itself. Once you get the SIN number, ensure you don't share it with anybody, not even your friends, okay? It's a confidential number and unique to every person. Keep it safe with you. You will be requiring it to give it at the bank when you activate your GIC account and when you open your savings or credit card. And then the other reason to use it is for your employer. Once you get a job, you will require to give the SIN number for you to be paid, and all that will be recorded in your SIN number. Don't share it with anyone. Next point is, after you land, take some rest, get out of the jet lag. The next brand new day opens. So you will have your appointment for the bank to activate your GIC account. So head to the bank on time. Don't be late, because if you delay by like 10-15 minutes, then the time duration for your appointment shortens, and there are chances they might tell you to reschedule your appointment, and again you will miss that slot and you'll not have appointment dates for a long time. So ensure you arrive at the bank at least 10 to 15 minutes early itself. Tell the teller that you're here for the appointment, you already have a slot booked. Tell the person's name, and they will ask you to wait for like 5-10 minutes, and then they'll reach out to you. So another good thing is, once you activate your GIC account, sometimes bankers don't tell you. It's better you only ask them that you want a savings account or a checking account, and also you would like to apply for a credit card. Okay, this is a beginning stage where you can start building your credit history. Don't worry about usage and all of that. You will slowly get into it. Okay, there are a lot of points which you should remember and not use your credit card in full, and you need to make payments on time. All of that will affect your credit score. So ensure you mindfully use it, but you have an option where you're a newcomer or a new student or a worker. They have a lot of offers. They don't have the annual fee for the savings account. They give you some offers, benefits for the credit limit. You will have approximate around $1,000 to $2,000 depending on which bank you're going to. So all these benefits do ensure you collect it. So after you finish all of this, the next thing, main thing is the accommodation. Start searching your accommodation from your home country itself, but don't trust anyone. There are a lot of scams, there are a lot of frauds, there are a lot of people asking for deposit, there are a lot of people asking, okay, I will reserve it, or I will give me $100, I will send you an application form to your email address, fill it and send it back to me. Or when you ask for viewing, they say, no, first you need to give an application. You need to pay some advance. It's a refundable deposit, $300, $600, $1,000. They'll not allow you to view it. And ensure that you ask them whether I can view the unit now, like today. Even if you're not here, just say that maybe you have friends or family here who would like to view it. Just to understand whether it's a scam or not, if it's a scam or not. Okay, because don't deposit, don't send any deposit to anyone until unless you know them like in person, or you know a person who's living here in North Bay who can go and look at the house in person, until unless you have some people here in North Bay or in whichever location you're in Canada. See that your friends have landed before you, if they can go and visit on your behalf, check if everything is good, the landlord is genuine and all of that. Until then, try not to give any deposit. It's very difficult and there are a lot of scams and frauds happening, so be well aware of that. On the accommodation, once you finish your accommodation hunt, it'll be very easy. So what we did was, we arrived well in advance. We arrived on 14th of December because we knew from 25th until first week of January there are this Christmas vacations, New Year vacations, Boxing Day sale and all of that. Everything will be closed. So we arrived a little early, and when we arrived it snowed and it was literally minus. So we had a drastic change from Dubai plus 50 degrees to minus 10 degrees. So it was very difficult for us to commute, and that's the reason we rented a car. So we rented a car through Enterprise. It was a little expensive, but it was a necessity thing for us. So we rented a car, we roamed around the places, we understood how the locality is, because it's very difficult to walk like 2 kilometers in the freezing temperature, buy your groceries. We did that. On the second day, we did walk like 1.8 to 2 kilometers, found a supermarket called No Frills. We bought some items because we were fed up of having burgers. It was too expensive and we were missing our homely hand-cooked homemade meals. So we did do a lot of shopping, bought rice, dal, spices and all of that. Carried literally 2 kgs. Me and my spouse carried till our Airbnb back, and then cooked our homemade meal and we had it. So then we were satisfied, of course, but I'm saying the struggle is real. It's always there. So we did rent a car, we roamed around, we searched a lot of places. There are a lot of places in sharing where there are like 2-3 rooms, 2-3 bedroom houses, but only one washroom. Like 8 people, 6 to 8 people share only one washroom. That's really difficult, especially in cities like North Bay, where you have limited options, and there are a few old houses where the houses are not maintained well. It's very tiny, very cozy. You'll have to sacrifice a lot of stuff. There are no laundry systems. You'll have to go for coin laundry, far off, maybe in the next street, walk in the winters, do the laundry there, pay extra. There are no parkings, there is no backyard, or the kitchen is not equipped, it's unfurnished, rooms are unfurnished. There are a lot of things which you need to look into. So after all the struggle, finally after looking for like 2 weeks, we found a beautiful house. We'll make a video shortly on that as well, how we did the accommodation hunting. So if you want a separate video, please do comment. We'll make our accommodation hunting video and explain to you further there. And in particular in Ontario, it is illegal to collect any application fee or any deposit. If the landlord collects deposit, they have to pay interest for you for the year. Okay, general rules is that generally landlord collects the first rent and the last rent from you for the tenure, whatever period you're looking for, whether it's 4 months, 8 months, or a year's time. And it's better to have the lease agreement signed. In our opinion, it's good to have a lease agreement because your credit score also increases. If you have a lease agreement, your credit history starts building as well. So, and it's secure. So you're secure under the Ontario rules for the accommodation. So better have a lease signed between your names and the landlord. Once you have your accommodation sorted, so 90% of your things are done, and now you're a little free. Go through all those apps for your G1 test. That's the first written test. So there are two parts to it. We'll make a separate video, as I said, again on that. So learn all the signs, signages, roads, regulations, rules, and then go and give your G1 test and come with flying colors. If you have your driving extract, directly you can go for G test. But yeah, one more thing we need to mention here is we did try to find a driving instructor who can, give us at least 1 or 2 lessons. We were driving back in Dubai, so it's the same side driving and more or less the rules are same. So it was easy for us to rent a car and start driving here. We did that. But still, we wanted to make sure that since this is just the one chance, we can give G directly to avoid all this 1 year waiting period and all that. We wanted a driving instructor for at least 1 or 2 classes to guide us. But when we checked with the registered driving institutes here, they don't have any slots at least for a month's time. So check on that as well. Be prepared for that and then give your G test. Another point is after we arrived here and rented a car, we visited my college. That's the Canadore College. And we took the enrollment letter there. You can take it from, you can upload your study permit in the OCAS portal and get the enrollment letter there itself. But still, we wanted to have a look how the college looks like, talk to the international advisor, get all our other doubts sorted. We did all of that and we got the enrollment letter. So ensure that enrollment letter is there. Also see when your orientation starts, because my college begins on 8th of January. However, I have the orientation scheduled for 5th of January, but I didn't receive any email regarding that. But due to the common groups, I got the information. And when I checked with the international advisor, he did mention that there were emails sent out to all the students, but I didn't get it. So he shared a link and then I registered on that. So ensure on that as well. And if you're a Canadore college student, maybe a college drive campus student or the Commerce Coach student, you will have to apply on the student portal to get the enrollment letter. See that your timetable and everything, whatever you chose is correct and as per your feasible time. One more point here is that I received my student ID, and that acts as a bus pass as well, because in my tuition fee itself, the bus pass for North Bay city is included. So check with your college if they are providing you the bus pass. So my student ID acts as a bus pass as well. So check on that. So now we have just started exploring North Bay. We'll be doing more videos on the supermarkets, job hunting, accommodation hunting, all this informative and important videos. So do comment in the comment section and let us know what type of videos you're looking at. Thank you for watching and hope the video was informative. If I did miss any point, please do mention in the comment section so it'll be helpful for the other students as well. Please do subscribe, hit the bell icon, get the notification, watch our videos, like, share with your friends and family. Keep supporting us. We'll do more videos shortly. Bye for now.